My gosh, I've seen so many changes since the mid-70s when I first started in recruitment. It's hard to know where to start. In those days, to be honest, making a good living, developing a great business in that environment wasn't difficult. It was quite easy. Every street had several recruitment businesses on the high street. Candidates would find you. There were plenty of jobs around. And it was, to be honest, well, it wasn't that much law around it. It was fun and certainly not as legislated against as it is today, legislated for as it is today. I would say that one thing that's remained a constant, however, from those early days when I started, when there were so many entrants into the market, to today is this communication issue. The reason people bought the businesses I worked in or the business I developed was because of the people that worked with me or hopefully me, in that situation, developing those relationships. In that sense, it hasn't changed an awful lot to today. Obviously, communication channels have changed enormously. It's so much easier to communicate. And in a way, I think, the level of communication and the mediums available have made a lot of recruiters quite lazy. What's so important, I think, that still the same as it was when I first started, is to develop great relationships with clients. It's getting out in front of people, developing trust. It's that T word, it's that very important word that you get only by getting in front of clients constantly and spending time with them. And it takes a long time to develop trust, but just a fraction of a second to lose it. It's so important people recognise that. So although I've seen enormous changes and continue to see enormous changes going forward, it's still a people business. It's the thing that is so engaging and compelling in the industry. It's the reason why people never really get bored with it. And in the 35, 36 years I've been in the business, I've never had in my entire career a boring day. Irritating sometimes, frustrating quite occasionally, great fun almost always, and very fulfilling constantly. But it's a fabulous business, changing constantly. It's important to be ahead of the curve. You can't afford to be behind that curve.